So, very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to the brand strategy and marketing course. This is the very first session of the program, and joining us today is our expert speaker, Rishika Gupta. Rishika, it's a pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you for joining us for this program. Rishika is a digital marketing and growth strategy professional with 13 plus years of experience scaling D2C and e-commerce brands across India, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So you are here with an expert who has got years and years of experience, and I hope all of you will take this opportunity to learn from her. And she is passionate about equipping the next generation with tools and mindset to thrive in this rapidly evolving digital world. So, as the world changes fast, there are these new skills that you need to develop. And through this course, we hope that you all will learn some extraordinary skills which will help you in the future. Before we get going, I would like all the students to introduce themselves so that we all know each other, and then I will invite Rishika to take over. So let's start off with the introductions. Talk about yourself, your name, your school, city, and why did you join this program, or what do you wish to learn out of it? Yeah. Tanmay, I'm going to put you on the spot and you are going to start. So Tanmay, yes, introduce yourself.
My name is Tanmay Pandey. I'm from the Aga Khan Academy of Hyderabad, and I joined this course because I want to learn more about digital marketing in general, and yeah, that's mainly why I signed up.
Okay. Sashu,
So hi everyone, I am Sashwata. So I am basically from the Indian Public School, Edo, Tamil Nadu. So I have joined this course mainly to know how digital marketing works. I wanted to know the background behind it.
wonderful. Thank you. And Jitwin, Jitin, yes.
Good evening, sir. I'm Jitin Arun Kumar from Tamil Nadu, and from Tips Hero, sir.
Okay. And why did you join this program?
I want to learn about brand marketing, and its basic ideas, sir.
Okay. Super. Kavya.
Right. Hello, I'm Kavya Agrawal. I am currently in Sindhya School. It's a boarding school. I live in Odisha, and I joined this program because I wanted to know about brand marketing, and then as it is a very important aspect of business growth and customer loyalty in today's market.
Wonderful. So, welcome everyone. Students, this is a small cohort. I hope all of you will engage. You will respond to questions. You will see the learning will only happen if you talk. Yeah. So, while you are listening, also continue to speak, ask questions. That's how you will have a good experience. Do not hesitate. It's not a scary place. It's a very fun and a great learning environment. Yeah. So please just feel free to unmute yourself at any point and ask questions. With that, let me pass it on to Rishika. Rishika, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Devesh, for leading the introduction. And I'm obliged to hear about myself so nicely. But it's no big deal. And first of all, to all the students here in the room, one thing I want to clarify, and I want you guys to be very comfortable with, this is not a classroom session where I'm instructing on something and telling you very deep mechanics or some concepts. I will help as much as I can to just make you understand what is digital marketing overall. So, why I am at this podium and none of you are yet, it's not that I have more knowledge. In fact, you guys will be more knowledgeable than me because you are studying in the age of AI. My studies completed long back. We never had AI. We did not have any AI tools. So, you guys are learning better than me. So, I am only the provider of this session to you today because I am in the field already. I'm already in the field. I'm working with brands. I'm working with companies. So I know to what extent is digital marketing now given importance in different teams and different verticals. So as Devesh mentioned, I've been working in this field for 12, 13 years now. But earlier, marketing was just a function as you have human resource. Marketing was just like another function. But now what has happened is now marketing and the numbers that you get from marketing, the importance of digital channels has increased to an extent where in the financial calendars of every company, you have budgets allocated to digital marketing. Now, digital marketing is not just XYZ field. They actually allocate budgets. They have set rules that we are going to do these activities on digital marketing. You guys know, I mean, in our age, we did not have Instagram, we did not have Reels, we did not have TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So this is the age where people are marketing and building brands by just creating Reels. Even small scale content creators are able to build a brand. Why? Because this is the age of digital channels. Okay. So this is going to be a two-way session. I learn from you, you learn from me. So please feel free to ask questions. Stop me wherever you feel that, oh no, this is what, I mean, you are saying this, but I have experienced something different. Feel free to ask questions. Okay. I am also here to learn from you. So just be very comfortable in asking and speaking. Okay. So just to set a flow, because we can't like just go on talking, just to set the flow of what we are doing today. So the topic of today's presentation is how iconic brands are built. Now, this is a very huge statement. I can't tell you in one session, in 1 hour, how brands are built. But I'll just, depending on the level of education you are currently in, I'll just try to explain what exactly a brand is and how to what happens during the lifetime of a product that it finally becomes a brand. Okay. So today's flow, if I talk about, is going to be we are going to talk about some famous logos, the brand logos, how you guys recognize it quickly. Then we are going to talk about the differences between a brand and a product. Then I'll tell you in brief on what exactly brand anatomy is. By anatomy, I mean what all actually creates a brand. It's not just the product. There are many other factors which actually together become a brand. Then we are going to talk about some famous brand examples like Nike, Apple, Red Bull, and on the go, we'll have more examples. I want some examples from you all also. Then we are going to understand, we'll just take some examples of brands, we'll decode how we understand a brand, what exactly makes a brand. And finally, at the end of the session, I'll give you a small assignment. Now, please do not take it as another burden. Do not take it as we are getting homework from the session. It's only for your understanding and it's only to better your learning after this session. If you are able to do this assignment nicely in one go, it would mean that you have actually gained something from the session. So you will also feel good in doing this assignment. Okay. Okay. So a very basic question. When you see a logo, by logo, I mean, of course, a brand logo. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Okay, let me just say a random brand, Apple. Any one of you, please unmute yourself, talk to me. When I say Apple, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
A product.
Just name the product. What comes to your
iPhone.
mind? iPhone. Okay.
MacBook. Yeah.
MacBook. Okay. Anyone? Jitwin, Sashu?
Expensive.
Expensive. Very good. Sashu?
A well-known brand.
Okay. So I am saying what comes to your mind. Apple is a brand, but okay, well known. Okay, I'll take your answer as well known. See, Kavya said iPhone. Now, Apple does not only manufacture iPhone, right? It has a series of products. But what Kavya's mind is stuck on probably right now, or at this moment, or during this phase of her life, is iPhone. Okay. Why iPhone? The kind of marketing it does, because you have similar kind of products, similar kind of phones in the market. You have so many other brands featuring probably phones with more features. But iPhone, iPhone in itself is a brand. Somebody holding an iPhone is now is a feature. I mean, somebody holding any Android phone and an iPhone, you can distinguish because Apple has built a brand. Apple is a brand. Similarly, Tanmay said MacBook. I got an answer saying expensive. Yes, because that's the feeling Apple gives. So Apple in itself is not marketing its product per se. It's not saying that I am an iPhone company, I am a MacBook company. It sells premiumness. It makes people believe that you really need a lot of money to be an Apple user or an Apple owner. And that's why whenever somebody is holding you, you get that feeling, oh, I mean, he has a nice phone or he has Apple. That creates an expression in your mind, right? That is what a brand does, because a product is iPhone, but Apple is a brand. So that is what a brand does. It makes an image in your mind that this is a premium brand, this is a low class brand, this is expensive, this is not expensive. So all those feelings and emotions attached to a product, that's a brand. Okay. So very rarely you will see anybody saying, when I talk about Apple, very rarely you will see somebody saying, oh, it's a smartphone manufacturer. No, because technically it is a smartphone manufacturer, but people will say it's simple, it's beautiful, it's premium, it's expensive. Right. So that's because brands have created that shortcut in our brain that we don't talk about what the company is actually manufacturing. We talk about how I feel about the brand, right? That's a brand. That's not a product, and that's a brand. So simply a product can be copied. A brand is not harder, I would say hardest to copy. I can have n number of companies manufacture exactly the same phone that Apple manufactures, same MacBook, all the same features, but just not have the Apple logo, have some random logo. I mean, instead of Apple, it's an orange, it's a mango. So you would not believe, you would not like to buy it, because Apple has created an impression in your mind that I am a brand here to stay. I promise quality, I promise premiumness. Then you have word of mouth, then you have an experience in their Apple store. So anybody who copies Apple cannot be Apple, because Apple is not just a phone manufacturer. Apple is actually a feeling, a brand. So this is the difference between a brand and a product. Now imagine I open a coffee shop tomorrow. Uh, can somebody, I have a specific menu. I import my coffee beans from a very specific place. I have a specific pricing, but in the same area, within a week, somebody else opens a coffee shop. Can they copy everything that I have? And I want very layman answers. Don't give me technical. Just think. I am a newbie. I don't know what a coffee shop should or should not have. I open a coffee shop today. Next Monday, another coffee shop opens besides mine. Can they copy everything that I have? Yes or no
Yes,
answers?
ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Sashu? Can they copy?
Like sometimes they may copy like everything we have, but some
I'm just 1
situations
week old. I'm just 1 week old, I'm saying. So they can copy, they cannot copy.
and they can.
Okay. And Kavya?
They cannot copy everything.
Okay. Why do you say that? What is the thing that you think they cannot copy?
Like even if it is just 1 week old, there might be something like some customers, some regularity. So I don't think so. Like even for a week, there might be something that they cannot just copy.
Okay, okay. I take your opinion. And Jitwin, I would really appreciate if we can have your camera on. I really like talking to people, so let's have our faces showing. Okay, okay. Jitwin, same question to you. If I open a coffee shop today, and today we are on Wednesday, next Wednesday another coffee shop opens beside mine, do you think they can copy everything?
No, they cannot copy everything.
Okay, what is the thing that you think they cannot copy?
They cannot copy the brand image, customer loyalty,
But
and how
am I
to.
already a brand? I'm just 1 week old. I'm just, okay,
No,
I say,
they
uh,
cannot copy it.
Okay, okay. I take your answers, all of you. You have your own opinion, but let me tell you something. Because I'm just 1 week old, I don't have anything that I'm manufacturing in my coffee shop. I'm importing coffee beans. I have brought the furniture from somewhere. I've brought my coffee machine from somewhere. I've brought the crockery from somewhere. Everything is outsourced. There's nothing that I am doing in-house. So it's easily something that anybody can copy. I am not yet a brand. Yes, Kavya raised a very good question, and very good that you raised it, Kavya. Over a period of time, if there's a customer service angle that I can build upon, I am giving an extremely delightful experience to the customers. That is something they cannot copy. So, what they cannot copy the experience and the emotion that I provide in that coffee shop. Product, interiors, exteriors, very easy to copy, right? But 1 week old for this particular example, because I'm just 1 week old, I'm not a brand, anybody can copy. But tell me something, can anybody with whatsoever amount of money you spend, whichever location you buy or physical store in, can you, anybody or you or us or anybody outside, can you copy Starbucks?
No, ma'am.
No. I see all the heads going in no, going in a no straight away, because why? It's not that Starbucks coffee is very difficult. The coffee beans they use and the kind of material, the kind of furniture they use, I can very well buy it today. I can create another replica of Starbucks. What I cannot buy is the brand image of Starbucks. Is the kind of interior, the as soon as you enter in a Starbucks store, the comfort of working there, the music they play, the customization of writing your names on the cup, the kind of, now they're selling their own in-house things also. They have mugs, they have so many other branded items. So you cannot buy that brand which Starbucks has created. So this is the difference between a product. Till the time people start recalling you, you are a product. And once you have an emotional or an experience angle attached to it, you become a brand. Okay. So just now, as we just discussed, so that a brand is not just a product. So it's actually a brand is made up of four things. One is product. So in case of Apple, the phone. Second is promise. What promise does Apple give? A good quality and a highly featured phone. Okay. Experience of premiumness. You buy an Apple, you feel that I'm over and above the rest of the Android users. I have Apple. And the emotion, the clear emotion of holding a MacBook or holding an iPhone. And it's not just Apple. Apple is something that came to my mind right now, but there are so many other brands. Take, for example, Nike. What does Nike sell? As a product, what do they sell? Shoes, right? Right. They sell shoes. But what is the promise they're selling? They're selling comfort. The promise of being a brand which will not hurt you in your legs. The promise of giving you a very comfortable shoe is what promise Nike is selling. Experiencing that emotion, experiencing that feeling of being in a Nike shoe, that happiness. So, and plus the Nike store experience. If you go to any random shoe store, you will not have a similar experience as you get in a Nike store, because the sales people, the customer staff there, they are so well trained. They have policies laid down by the company that anyone who enters the store, this is how you need to treat them. Similarly, going back to Apple, I'm sorry, going back to Apple again and again, but it's a very good example. You visited Apple store. The customer service professionals there, they never hard sell you. They never push sales. No Apple store customer service officer, customer service personnel will come to you and say, okay, are you planning to buy? Okay, I mean, stop just seeing the phones and stop experiencing it. Are you ready to buy? Should I bill it? Should I bill it? Which happens with you, must have happened with you in a lot of random small stores where they just keep asking you what you want to buy. But it never happens in Apple, because Apple stores are built with the foundation of giving experience to people. They will never ask you for how long you've been in the store. They will never ask you what are you doing in the store. Even if 10 people go to experience or check the same phone, and they keep on playing music on the headphones, playing on the phone, checking the camera. No Apple staff is allowed, or they've been trained in a way they cannot ask you, what are you doing in the store? Because Apple store is something to experience. So that is the experience Apple is selling, Nike is selling. And lastly, emotion. What kind of emotion, what kind of feeling you get to visit an Apple store and buy an Apple product or elsewhere also? So that emotion, that builds a brand. So all these four together, they build a brand. So there are some iconic brand examples to tell you what they sell. So Nike and Apple, I think we've discussed in the last slide. So let me just move to the third example, Red Bull. Now, all of us know that Red Bull is an energy drink as a product, yes. But in their marketing, the kind of small advertisements they have you ever seen them saying or focusing on the drink? They don't sell the drink. They sell the adrenaline rush that you get from the drink. They sell that experience, that emotion. They never highlight the drink. They highlight the emotion and experience people get after drinking Red Bull. Why? Because Red Bull is already a brand. It can actually do without showing the product also. In fact, many of the alcohol ads, if you know, there's one ad, I don't even remember the name of the alcohol, but there's one ad which says men will be men. They're actually selling alcohol, but due to the policies, they're not allowed to show the alcohol. So that is the brand they've built for themselves. Without showing the product, they're selling the product. Everybody from the start knows what they're selling, but they are not showing it in the ad. So that's the persona they have created for themselves. Similarly, Starbucks, it's not selling just coffee, it's selling convenience and a feeling of having a third place apart from home and office to work, to relax. Airbnb, none of the Airbnb ads actually sell rooms. They don't tell you that we have a double bed or a single bed in the room, whether we have a balcony in the room or not. They don't tell you whether we have a TV or not, attached washroom or not. They sell experiences. The kind of ads Airbnb builds, it tells you that we are an experiential staycation. You come here and our rooms or our properties are built at a place which you have never experienced before, seen before. So they sell the surroundings and they sell the experience that comes with staying in those Airbnbs. And similarly, Zomato. Now, Zomato does not even have any product of its own. Zomato is not manufacturing anything. They're not preparing the food. They don't have, they're not a vehicle company also. They're just a company which is delivering food. But they cannot sell delivery, right? How do they sell delivery in the ads? So what are they selling? They're selling convenience. They tell you that anytime, anywhere you need food, we are there. So that's what the so first a product becomes a brand, and then the brand is sold to people. Nobody will buy the product. People buy a brand. People buy the experience, the emotion. So coming back to my previous example to explain you a bit better, uh, so imagine Nike just goes in to change its slogan tomorrow. So Nike has a slogan of just do it, right? So tomorrow you wake up and you realize or you come to know that Nike has changed its slogan to our shoes contain advanced cushioning technology, which is technically not untrue and not unfair. Their shoes do have cushioning technology. So what if tomorrow you don't see the just do it near the swoosh of Nike? You see, we give you advanced cushioning technology. You will stop relating to it. You will feel probably deceived on what has Nike done to itself. Why are they selling this? Because it's a feature on their product. But still, people don't want to know your features in your brand image. They want to know, they want to experience something else. So just do it is like feed in your brains, and now you associate it with Nike. So it's very difficult for a brand to go back to anything else, to change anything in its name, in its slogan, in its advertisement, because people associate themselves with that particular feeling, with that particular slogan that they use. Okay. Now, if we discuss about visuals, what kind of visuals they make. So by visuals, I mean what kind of graphics or what kind of visual ads, either video ads, even if there's a video playing, Are they focusing more on the product or something else? So Apple being a premium brand, in any of the video ads or even on the poster ads, wherever they have social media or the website or anywhere, they don't focus on the phone. They focus on everything around. If you ever see Apple promoting, say, for example, iPhone also, it tells you about what beautiful pictures it can take, what good a feeling you'll get having a phone which clicks such extraordinary pictures. Why? Because the visuals can be sold, the features can be sold by telling you what that feature does for you. They cannot show just the Apple camera to you in an ad, right? Because they want to sell the not the product, but the feature, the experience of the feature associated with it. Okay. And now, because I think I've been speaking a lot about these brands, I want to take a pause and just ask all four of you, are you like getting what I'm trying to explain? Do you have any questions at this moment about whatever I've spoken so far?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. With me, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, if we talk about Red Bull, as I said, it has created a brand image of being an energy drink which gives you a quick rush. So they show in the ads the cartoon characters that you immediately get instant energy and you will be able to do anything in the world. So imagine Red Bull disappeared tomorrow. So will anybody notice? Will the industry, specifically the extreme sports industry, which actually use Red Bull a lot, market Red Bull a lot, will they notice? Probably yes, right? Because they associate themselves with Red Bull, and they constantly market it, not in the sense that they're creating ads for it, but their people are using it. The sports people in extreme sports or activity areas, they use it. So tomorrow, if Red Bull disappears, that industry, those people will notice because it has its own niche category of people that they are selling to, right? So they did not market a drink. Again, they marketed a feeling that you get from that drink, right? So now I want to tell you something about something called a brand code. So next time when in the following sessions, whenever we say brand code, all of you should be clear with what I'm meaning. Okay. What is a brand code? Now, what comes to your mind if I say, think about the logos. If I say red background and white script, something written with white.
KFC.
Okay. And okay, let me make it even easier for another which is well-known brand. A red background and a yellow text or a yellow character written.
McDonald's.
Right. See how you just associate these colors, these schemes with a brand. I did not even say a burger company. I did not even say food joint. But as I just told you about the background, you immediately said McDonald's, KFC. And I hope I don't need to even mention that. What comes to your mind when I give you an image of an apple which is like half eaten or a slightly eaten? You know apple, right? Because even if you see these images anywhere, not in fact, even if the brand is not marketing itself there, you'll say it's an apple logo. Because it's just, ideally apple is just an apple, anybody can use it anywhere, but now they have created the persona around it in a way that whenever you see apple and it's slightly eaten, you will say it's an apple logo. So that's brand code for you. Brand code is the feeling, the cue that makes people remember who are you. That's a brand code. Now brand code does not necessarily have to be visual. Yes, in these logos it's a visual thing, but it can be verbal. What comes to your mind when I say just do it?
Nike.
Nike.
Right. And there's a particular tune. I couldn't put it in my slide, but there's a particular tune that plays in one of the OTT portals when whenever something starts playing, it's a tudum sound.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Netflix.
referring to. Netflix. See, it's not even it does not have to be visual, verbal. It can be an audio cue, but a cue which immediately tells you, oh, you're talking about Netflix, you're talking about this brand. That's a brand code. Okay. So next time in the following sessions, whenever I say brand code, should automatically understand I'm referring to that cue, which helps you remember the brand, recall the brand. Okay. So if I talk about behavioral cues, the kind of customer service. So behavioral cue can be the kind of feeling kids get when they visit a store. So behavioral cue for McDonald's will be Happy Meals. How happy the kids feel with that one little toy, even they are okay paying extra price for that fries and burger combo because they get that one little toy. So that's a behavioral cue. People behave in a certain way. When kids enter McDonald's, they behave in a certain way. Everyone wants Happy Meal. So that's a behavioral cue. Happy Meal means McDonald's. And lastly, cultural. So when somebody tells you about a brand forming a culture, so when somebody says a sports brand, uh, sorry, it says Kavya entered the waiting room. You're very much there in the room, right? Okay. Some technical glitch maybe. So when we talk about McDonald's, McDonald's always markets family moments. You will never see McDonald's marketing itself as a brand for couples or singles or senior citizen. McDonald's always has family moments tag associated with all the ads. So that's a culture it's forming. It's saying that it's a happy place for the entire family, right? So that's a brand code. Now, can a small brand become iconic? This question should actually come up in your mind that if you're saying that brands, build on the feeling, the emotion, and it takes time to build a brand, can I not become a brand? Say, for example, I start manufacturing a hair loss medicine today. So I don't have stores. I can only sell it from my home. Okay. So what is the best way? I want answers from all four of you. It's okay if you say the same answer, but I want to manufacture a hair oil today. I have like 20 or 40 or 100 bottles ready with me and I want to sell it. I don't know how to sell it on marketplaces. By marketplaces, we mean Amazon, this Shopee, Lazada, and all these, big marketplaces, Meesho, Mintra. So these are market. I'm not ready for marketplaces because I don't have a warehouse. I don't have a quantity. I just have 100 bottles and I don't have a shop. I have it in my home. What is the best way? How can I start selling it? Tomorrow I want to start selling it.
Social media platforms advertising it there.
Okay, social media, one. Anyone else?
Ma'am, like letting our close ones know about it and spreading information to the people.
And how will you spread? What medium will you use?
Ma'am, same social media.
Okay, okay. There's another very generic answer that I'm expecting you guys to give. If you want to spread the word, what will you use? You will immediately pick up your phone and can you think of something that you use so often to just tell people about anything?
Influencers.
Ma'am,
Okay, influencers will not yet market my product because I'm new. We need influencers to believe the product and we need to have an image. So influencer will not yet buy my product. Jitwin, you have anything? How will you just tell people around you that I'm starting to sell an hair oil? Please spread the word.
I'm social media marketing.
Okay, okay.
And we can
Social
also
media.
use billboards and other
Mm.
types of advertisements.
Okay, okay. Billboards, Jitwin, we cannot use right now. It's a very good source, but billboards, because I'm a small time player. See, I am manufacturing 100 bottles of hair oil in my home kitchen. I cannot go and buy a billboard because nobody knows me. Even if I put RG hair oil outside a very main area on a highway, they'll say, "Who is it? Who is she? What is the brand? Who is RG?" We don't know. I don't have a brand yet. So the most common thing that I was expecting you guys to say was WhatsApp. You will WhatsApp, right? You will spread, you will not directly go to Facebook. You will not directly go to Instagram. The first thing to which you're going to spread the word will be WhatsApp, right? You will immediately spread information on WhatsApp. Then you will post it on your social media and you will ask your friends to post it for you. So first is WhatsApp. Second is Facebook and Instagram. And then slowly, steadily, say, for example, I have a friend who has some 1,000 followers on Instagram. She has a travel account. She travels a lot. She has a travel account. Her account is not related to my product specialty. She's not, uh, making videos on hair oils. But when an influencer, irrespective of which field they are into, when an influencer or somebody having a lot of followers says that I used it, it is good, people recall, people start noticing, and people start using the product, right? So this is how slowly and steadily a small product or a small time player can become a brand for sure. It will not happen overnight, it will take time, but for sure, today a small brand can also become very big and iconic. I'm not too sure if others in the room, like Tanmay, Jitwin, I'm not sure if you have heard, but I think Sashu and Kavya, you would know about these brands on Instagram, Hyphen by Kriti Sanan and Be Bodywise. Have you seen their videos? Have you seen their content? They don't have stores, they don't have physical stores. They are not coming at home like Tupperware used to do. They're not coming to your home and physically selling. They are purely brands based on Instagram, right? They just marketed themselves as we are doing some overnight transformation. They marketed themselves on Instagram, and today they've become so big. And the biggest example, if you might have, if all of you use Instagram, you would know biggest example of a small time player becoming a brand, Underneath by Kusha Kapila. You know how it became a brand. She was just doing it from her own account and telling people that, this is a brand and I'm using the products, I'm wearing it on my own. And then see what kind of transformation happened. So today it's easier to build a brand as it was probably 10 years down before, because we did not have Instagram, social media, and people were not so active on Instagram. Nobody used to buy things that were being sold on Instagram. So today it's very easy for a product to become a brand, but yes, it takes time and it takes efforts. Influencer thing, which Kavya you mentioned, a very interesting thing I'll tell you, which I also got to know during the course of my career. Now, these days, you know what? Every month we get targets that you can spend so and so many dollars or rupees. You can spend this much amount only to get influencers use our product and make a video. It's that important now. Nobody used to do it before. Influencers, mostly, in my early days of my career, companies used to say, okay, we'll send some free sample to the influencer, up to them whether they want to use it or not. We'll send them, but today companies, good companies, big companies, they're paying hefty amounts to influencers, saying just use the product or give us an unboxing video or use the product and show it on your so depending on what kind of product. So it is that important because word of mouth has become so important on social media. Okay. So yes, a small brand can become iconic. It's just which way you're following. Okay, now you I will not give you 7 minutes, I think, because we don't have want to extend the session. Okay, just take a couple of minutes and think about it in your mind only. I'm not going to ask you your answers right now because I want you to just have one brand in your brain, for which after this session try to answer what product they sell, what promise they make, what experience they are creating, and what kind of emotion. And do not, please, I know it is the age of AI, it is very easy to pull out answers from ChatGPT or any other tool that you want to use. But to make this training effective and to actually learn something out of it, no, just pick a brand and think about it that, okay, if I go there, what am I actually buying? And what is the promise? And why am I going to that store and not another store? I always buy Bata shoes. Why? I have so many other stores in my area. Why don't I go to another store? Because the comfort. Bata may not have too many designs, too many flashy things, may have just two or three which suit me, but the comfort. And why do I go to just Bata store A and not Bata store B? I like the staff there. So I will go only in that store. And what is the emotion that I have after buying a Bata shoe? I feel happy and I feel, oh, I've, probably for 599 or 699, I've bought something which I might have got for like 1500 or 2000 in a premium store. So I like value of money. I like that worth. So I'm happy. So keep one brand each and try to answer these questions today after the session. I'm sure you'll understand how things are now getting impressed in your brain. Okay. So just do that. Okay, very simple question, and I want everyone to, you can all speak at once. There's no rule in this room. So, a premium skincare brand, any, you take L'Oreal, okay? It's so L'Oreal is a very premium brand. They take Aishwarya Rai and likes in their videos and in their ads. Tomorrow, they start some meme heavy discounting posts on their social media 70% off, 80% off, 1+1. What is the biggest risk, or what is the outcome? Are they going to get more engagement? Is the brand going to dilute its image, or will they have more audience?
And they'll get more customers.
They'll get
More
a bigger
engagement.
audience.
Bigger audience? Okay. Anybody has a different answer? Okay. Now this is where I need to correct your thinking. They will get more audience, but not customers. See, L'Oreal in my mind is a premium brand. I buy L'Oreal products. I'll buy a L'Oreal shampoo of 2000, worth 2000, because I know L'Oreal products are very premium, very good quality. But tomorrow, if they start giving 1+1 and 50, 70% discount, my thinking, if I'm a L'Oreal customer, I'm using their products, my first thought will be, have they gone mad? And are they closing down? Why are they giving such hefty discounts? Are they closing down? What is wrong with L'Oreal? So I know any publicity is good publicity. For a little bit of a time, it might get a lot of likes and reactions and reposts on Instagram. They might get a lot of engagement, but it will not, it will just be an overnight engagement. Tomorrow, when they go back to their loyal customers, they will not like to buy. They will say, no, the brand. So, what has happened? The brand diluted its image of being a premium brand, right? They can get more customers. If Apple tomorrow manufactures an iPhone coming, imagine an iPhone coming in for 2000 or 3000 rupees from Apple. You'll have more customers overnight, agreed. But the customer segment which has been buying your product, are they going to stay with you? No. Now you're moving from classes to masses. You're going to masses saying, I am manufacturing a 3000 rupee phone for you, but the classes will drop it. They will say, what has happened? Everybody, even, an e-rickshaw driver sometimes holds the same Android phone, which the person sitting on it is holding. I mean, it has happened to me, honestly. So it's like I feel that, oh, Samsung has come up with so many models now. Everybody has a Samsung phone, is it? So I don't feel that premiumness then. I feel ditched. I feel that, oh, Samsung, it's better to have an iPhone. At least I will not see iPhone in everybody's hands. So Apple may have new users, masses customer, but then ultimately it will lose its charm. It will lose its grace, because then everybody has Apple. What is so big deal about Apple then? So this is what happens. The brand gets diluted if overnight it starts changing the strategy, and if it starts changing the customer segment that they are targeting. You need to have the segment very clear in your mind. Okay. So there's a ladder, a brand memory ladder. Okay. So brands work like relationships. You guys are in that phase where you would understand it better. How do you how do you start having a relationship? Is like you meet someone, you first want to know more about them. It's more than name. You can't just like someone because, okay, your name is this. You want to know more. Where are you from? What do you do? Where you stay? Who's in your family? Okay, you start knowing more about them. Then you spend time together. You want to meet them. You go out for coffee, go out for outings. You want to meet them, know more about them, and spend time together to understand if it suits you or not. And then finally, when you think that, no, this is the person I want to be with, then you commit, right? So similarly, brands work. You, for brand also, you would first want to know more than just the brand name. Okay, you try to learn about the brand. What do they sell? What is it? How does the website look? what is the price I mean, what are the prices that they have? What are the products? Then you spend time with the brand. You probably go visit them in the store if they have a physical store, or you just ask a friend, oh, you have that product, show me how it looks. Or you go to a store and say, you have a phone, show me how it looks. You have a dummy, so you want to know. And then finally, when you're sure about everything, that is when you say, okay, I want to buy this product from this brand. Okay. And then these brands have touch points. Touch points, by touch points, I mean places where you learn about the brand. How do you learn about a brand? Website. Okay, let me just go back. Okay, I'm not going to show you the slide yet. From all of you, tell me, how do you learn about a brand? I give you an brand name, it's an XYZ. Okay, there's a watch which a brand called XYZ has launched. I'm telling you, it's a very good watch. What will you do first? And you want to buy a watch. What will you? Kavya, you go first.
I'll go to the website and then research about it, see how the watch is.
Okay, website. You'll go to the website, and anything else you would do? You've not seen the watch, you've just heard it from me. It's a very nice watch.
I would first see it on the website, and then I might consult 2 or 3 of my friends on whether if I should take a watch or not.
Okay. Tanmay?
Ma'am, if you're saying that it's a really nice watch, and if you happen to have the watch, I'll ask you how, like, how your experience has been with the watch, and if the watch is worth the money, and then I'll go and check out the website, or I'll check online, like on a place like Reddit, where what other people's experience has been with the watch.
Very good. Very good. You'll see the forums. Jitwin?
I would first research about the watch and
Where? How would you research? Online.
online, yeah.
Okay.
And look if people prefer the brand, and finally look at the price tag to make my decision.
Very important thing which hasn't been raised so far. You look at the price. I'm telling you it's very good. But what if it's a 10 lakh watch? You need to look at the price point also, right? So you need to go on their website, go on the marketplaces, see how much is Amazon selling it. Is it that Amazon US has it on a lower price? Can I ask somebody from the US to get it from me, right? Okay. And Sashu, before I tell more about it, what would you do? I am telling you an smartwatch from XYZ company, and the name of the company is XYZ. Tell me, what will you do?
First, I'll search more about it on its website, then get to know the response of other customers, so that whether it's worth the price and comfort.
Right. Very right. So, very rightly, you guys said you would want to know more about the company. You haven't heard about XYZ. I have, but it's your money. You are going to spend it. So, you will first want to know about the company. You would want to see what kind of things people have said on Reddit. Tanmay, very good point that you raised. Forums. You will go on Instagram, Facebook, easiest accessible platforms to see somebody is talking about it. You'll probably search for a hashtag XYZ watch or something like that to see if anybody has posted anything about that watch. And then you will probably, if somebody has it already amongst your friend circle, as Kavya correctly said, you would want to, experience it firsthand. You would want to touch that watch. You would see that watch. You will want to know what features it has, how it looks. Is it heavy? Is it looking good on my hand? You would want to do that. So that all comes in packaging. How is the product packaged? And finally, customer service. This may or may not be true in our example of a watch, but when you buy a heavy item, a fridge or a sofa or something which is, which really costs you a lot, then you would want to know, what if it stops working. For a watch also, you would ask, what is the warranty? So what if it stops working tomorrow? Do they have good customer service? So these are all these points where you research about the brand. These are all called touch points. Okay. One thing we learned is brand code, the cue which you remember, which helps you remember the brand. Second thing I mentioned is touch point. Touch point where you learn about the brand, where you research about the brand. Okay. All these are touch points. And then finally, you will make a decision of whether or not you want to buy the product, right? Okay, so brand refresh decision. Now, I have, during the course of my presentation, I mentioned a brand cannot change its brand identity overnight. It cannot. You have a certain set of people which associate with a yellow M on a red background. If McDonald tomorrow wants to go for a logo change, which is very like a normal thing, okay, McDonald decided to change the logo. Yeah, it's a very normal thing. The company takes the decision. It will never happen overnight. It will happen in phases. So there are phases when we launch products in companies or even change logos. There are phases, there's a whole campaign calendar we have. 15 days is pre-buzz. You're going to create a pre-buzz on social media, website, everywhere that you can and tell people that this change is coming. 15 days period is taken as a cool off period where you slowly start changing your logos. First, it goes on the website, then it goes on the new products that are being manufactured in your company. Then you go on, pull out the old stock from the market. Then you go on social media and ask the influencers or people to show that product with new logo. So it's a gradual process. Nothing happens overnight when you are a brand. So in my just to tell you how serious these things are, I was also when I was a newbie in this field. So I worked for this Ministry of Tourism Indonesia. Okay, it's a government department. They wanted, it's a very different flowery logo which has a lot of petals. I'm not sure how it looks now, but that was at my time. So it has a lot of petals. There was a small change they decided. We're going to have lesser number of petals, and now we are going to have green and blue also. Earlier we just had red and yellow. Now it will be red, yellow, green, blue. For me, because I was too new to this, I was like, okay, I mean, we change the logo, we change it everywhere. Okay. Said, no, it's a campaign that you have to lead. Pre-buzz. You're going to tell people we are changing something. Create that curiosity so people, when on the day of the launch, people go on the website and see that the logo has changed. Second fear that they have is there are people who are loyal to us. They are loyal to that logo. If I do something overnight, it's not fair to my people. If you're loyal to somebody and if you're undergoing a major life decision, a major life change, it's not that you'll overnight just tell them, oh, tomorrow I'm going to so and so university outside India. It will take days of research and you'll keep those loyal people with you in that experience, right? In that journey. I'm considering going outside. I'm planning this country, this city. So this is how the brands also need to work on. They need to have gradual decisions of any refresh that they want to do. Okay. Now, coming to the assignment or I mean, whatever you may call it, it's a small activity. Okay. Uh, so as I told you earlier, also 5 minute, 7 minute activity. You just have to pick one brand. It has to be a known brand in the market, not your own brand. You have to say the product, what are they selling? You have to say the promise that they are making, what is making you buy the product, the emotion attached to it, and uh, finally the experience that you get. Okay. And this activity had to be the classroom activity, but I think because we are short of time, so I'll just leave you guys with the thought of that you will do this activity after the session. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so I'll just quickly, because it's our first session, I will quickly give you how the path is going to be in the sessions to follow. Now we just discussed a bit about how a brand is built and what are the things that a brand has. We are then going to understand audience and personas. How do audience work? How do brands choose their audience? Then finally, positioning. How does a brand decide whether I want to be a premium brand, a brand for the masses, brand for the classes, or brand for the middlemen, for middle class income groups? Then we'll understand the funnel, how it happens. There'll be a session where I tell you what is the sales funnel. You must have heard the word funnel a lot. If you have read about marketing or heard about marketing, there's a funnel that we have, how we decide on which part of the funnel to focus your ads on. Then there is a system how we decide on what content we are going to put on the website, on social media, in our ads. And then finally, I'll have a conclusion session with you where we conclude all the things that we have learned so far. Okay. So today's, if I talk about session takeaway, these are the most important things that you have to remember from today's session and apply it in when you do the assignment. Brand is a memory. It's not just a logo. Iconic brands sell emotion. Take any iconic brand and just think about the statement. Are they selling the product? Are they selling the emotion? Consistency creates trust and recall. Overnight changes can be disastrous for brands. They cannot do overnight changes. You have to be consistent. And lastly, brand codes must repeat across every touch point. If there is a cue, for example, the Netflix tudum sound, if you're marketing yourself on social media, it should be there. On website, it should be there. Any kind of marketing that you do, your brand code should always be there because people associate your brand with that code. Okay. So assignment for today's, please do not, again and again, I'm telling you, please do not get burdened by these assignments. Do not think, okay, we are getting another homework. This is actually going to help you. If you do it nicely, at the end of it, you actually can use the compilation of this as a project to feature on your LinkedIn profile, in your CV, when you make it in days to come. It can actually feature on your portfolio wherever you build it. So please do all these 5, 6 assignments that you get at the end of the session seriously, nicely. It's going to give you a very good output at the end of these 6 sessions. Okay. So what you have to do is, because you're all going to do it individually, so there's no problem even if you have the same brand. Uh, I'll appreciate if you just leave Apple and Nike. We've discussed enough on those brands, but if you want to pick that, it's okay. Choose one brand that you will work on for remaining 6 sessions. You'll do everything on that one brand. Collect 5 brand touch points. Okay. If you choose, for example, Apple, collect the 5 brand touch points. What is the website? If they have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, what kind of ads are they doing? So I don't want you to give me an input and show me what ad. Just tell me more videos, more posters. Ads are more like with females, ads are more with males, ads are more with children. Any explanation on what kind of ads? What kind of product page do they have? On the product page, do they show the product in a hand of a customer? Just show the product, or how are they zooming in on the product on their product page? And finally, what kind of reviews do we have for the brand? And it'll be best if you choose a small scale brand. Just a recommendation, you can choose any that you want, but if you choose a small scale brand, you will understand how it is growing, because a small scale player is more likely to change its change a lot of things gradually. So you learn with the brand if you want to choose, but it's okay if you want to take a established brand also. And then for that brand, you will write down brand's product, brand's promise, experience, and emotion, as we discussed in the slides today. And then identify 3 brand codes. You don't have to identify all 3 because all of the brands may not have all. Any visual, verbal, audio, or behavioral brand code which helps you recall the brand, identify that for the brand. Okay. You can bring 1 or 2 slides, or if you want to do it on a Word document, just have that ready. You can have screenshots. You can just write down roughly on a Word pad also, because I'm not interested in knowing how the output looks. I'm more interested in understanding how you think on it. Okay. So have this ready by tomorrow, and I'll see you in tomorrow's session. I hope you all are clear with whatever I wanted to convey today. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me in the session today. Over to you, Devesh, for your last words.
Yes, thank you so much, Rishika, for a fantastic session. I myself was making lots of notes as we grow Futurowise. There are some things that we need to work on. Tanmay is also interning with us. So Tanmay, I hope you have made
Okay.
some notes which we can
Yeah.
implement in the future videos. Students, the final project that you make at the end of the 6 sessions will be featured not just on your LinkedIn profiles, but also on Futurowise. Yeah. So start working towards that. A project which will be published on Futurowise, your brand analysis of a project published on the website. Very valuable for your college applications and very valuable as a proof of your work. Yeah. So make sure that we are working towards something fantastic. All right. So all the best. Once again, thank you, Rishika, for such a fantastic session. See you all tomorrow.
Yeah, see you. I don't have the opportunity to flash my project on your LinkedIn page, Devish, but it's a wonderful opportunity. These students are going to get that their project is going to be featured on Futurowise page. It's a huge opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Rishika.
you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. Bye, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.